Welcome to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social, where we help you stay ahead of social media trends, share the latest news, and highlight the strategies that are working to help you grow your business. Now let's join our hosts, Tristan and Jeff, in 3, 2, 1.
My primary focus in 2024 is actually YouTube now. And so
Perfect.
this is where I'm putting my efforts. Now,
Perfect transition.
Yeah, exactly. I will tell you that my focus. So what we did was, and I was just having this conversation with one of our students the other day, and she was talking about how she wants to move to YouTube. And I told her, I said, before you get too deep on YouTube, master the art of the short form video first. And because long form videos are harder to create, they're more time consuming to create, and you got to be better at video. And I said, here's the other thing. I now have hundreds, probably thousands of videos about the Lake of the Ozarks. So here's my strategy on YouTube: one long form a week and a short form every single day. So when you go into my content, and by the way, we started this YouTube channel in June, and this is all organic. I have not run ads. I've not boosted anything. So I've got 738 organic subscribers. We've got 256 videos up. We post a short form every day because we've got this library on TikTok. And then I create long forms. And now you can see, I'll just give you a quick little taste, like the best ice cream at the lake. I did a series recently where myself and one of the realtors who joined our teams, we got into his car. I set up a couple cameras and we drove around town talking about each town and what are the best things to do off water. And so we did 5 series. We called it carpool karaoke. We didn't sing, but that's what these are. You can see what the content is. It's all about things that would happen at the Lake of the Ozarks. And honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, this is fun. This is sustainable. I enjoy this part of prospecting, and I hate traditional prospecting. And that's why I think I'm having more success and I'm enjoying what I'm doing, because this is fun.
I like
Your
this. And
turn.
look,
Your turn on
as
YouTube.
you're looking at what Jeff is doing, you may be thinking, well, should I go that route and do the community? I think it's too early to tell. I think a lot of you are in the phase where you're discovering who your audience is. You may think you know, but if we go back to what Jeff was saying, which is you need to post a lot more to allow your audience to tell you what they want to watch from you. I think that's the stage that you're in. And this is why we start at the very beginning with answer the public, Google, Bard, all of these, because a lot of you don't know what to post out there. So it's a matter of outlining the content first, deciding what's going to go out there, and then waiting to see what your audience says. And with that, I want to transition over to YouTube because it was a perfect transition. Okay, I'm going to skip the YouTube one. Here is the statement that we want you to remember. For YouTube, tell a story. Don't just make a statement. There are too many talking heads, not just on YouTube, but everywhere. Like, what's the story? Why should I be listening to you? What is it? And if you think of the story aspect of everything that we do when it comes to social, it goes back thousands of years. Look at religious texts. The reason we remember them is because they're made in a story form. And so I can talk to you all day. Jeff can talk to you here all day, but all you're going to remember are the stories we tell. That's what's really going to connect with you. And so with that, I really want to quickly show you, when it comes down to YouTube, what it should be looking like. There's someone, and this is everyone overthinking it on YouTube. And this is the beautiful piece, because Jeff knows, we saw Sam Sulek, who I'm going to show you right now. He started with 3,000 followers. He already had a few thousand followers. This guy works out all day. He literally just uses this device right here, just to show you that you're overthinking him. He uses this. This is called a cell phone, just in case you were wondering. And it has a camera. He literally just props this up, talks to it, turns it off, and then props it back up when he works out for an hour. And he's gone from 3,000 followers to 2.7 million in less than a year. And he has no crew. He has no editing skills. He has no thumbnails. This is him right here. This is the perfect video to show you because a lot of you are overthinking everything. And this is Sam overthinking nothing. Watch his videos. He has no look at his thumbnails. They're they're just a video upload. That's it. He starts off with him in the car. You'll watch it. Sometimes they're 20 minutes, sometimes they're close to an hour. And everyone is loving Sam. Some people don't even work out, they just watch Sam. And there's two pieces to this. It's the personal approach, like people want to connect with you. They want to know that you're real. And they also want to learn along the way. So when you're thinking of YouTube, YouTube is dramatically changing. It's going back to its roots. And what we're watching is we're watching TikTok do the same thing. We're watching Instagram do the same thing. And Facebook's always last, but eventually you'll probably start seeing on Facebook as well. And this is where I want to remind you that you're overthinking it. All you need is your phone. Jeff, you always say this, but Jeff's shitty video will outperform your non-existent one every day.
Yeah.
And that's key. Remember that. Here, let's go. There's some great stats. YouTube is still the second most visited website in the world. Google's the first. We won't even go into the algorithm. We're going to slow down here for you. But we've only got about an hour left and we need to get through X and LinkedIn. So I think YouTube is extremely important. So the next few minutes, we're going to spend some time here. Less time on X, less time on LinkedIn. But here, take a picture of this one for yourself. Long video is still ruling for sure. I mean, look at Sam, for example. You could, well, I'll show you some of mine too, but the long video is still the way to go. Because one thing that TikTok is adapting quickly to is the long video formats. They realize that the long video is allowing them to put in ads in between so that the influencer and the company can make money. Because this is how YouTube makes money. This is how they pay their influencers. And this is key because how they pay also affects who shows up to the platform. And this is why X is gaining momentum too. But for this is what's allowed most influencers to make money, to make a living, and to make the outlet successful. This is why you start seeing people go to YouTube. So short videos, they're great. They're a great way to grow your channel as well on YouTube. The thumbnail still matters, but if you look at Sam's video, you can look at ours. They've been simplified now. It's a lot less graphics than they used to be. Title matters a lot because YouTube is directly connected to Google. This is why.
Tristan, you just got grammared. Sorry, I just wanted to point
Sorry,
that out.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Not you. I guess that would be the team. Tate, Drunk on Social team. You just got grammared.
Yeah, fix it up. Fix it up. Your title.
Go, Beth. Way to go, Beth.
Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. Number 5, description matters, which we'll get into really quick. And I want you to remember that editing is optional. What we're seeing right now is a simplicity of shooting the video on your phone and just uploading it is working. And that tells me a lot of where the current audience is in general. That means that people are tired of all this flashy stuff. People just want to connect with you. They want to connect with your message. They want to listen to the valuable, hopefully stories that you have or the valuable content that you're giving. And this is extremely important, Jeff. I know you're focused more on the short content because you're uploading it directly into YouTube. But what are you noticing from the followers that you're getting? Are most of those coming from the short content?
On YouTube? On TikTok?
On YouTube.
I don't get a ton of engagement on YouTube. It's pretty minimal.
What are you? Yeah. What you do have followers, man? 758.
Yeah, I think they're just watching. What's that?
All of those have come from your shorts.
Actually, I haven't even studied it. I'm not, I have not dug into my analytics because I'm more focused on the cadence and the consistency above all. I just literally yesterday went into the back end for the first time and was just kind of playing around, and then I saw a squirrel and left it because I kind of practice what I preach, which is if I got caught up in the analytics, it would paralyze me and I'd probably stop. And so I'm more focused on, hey, I've only been doing this since June. So don't be deterred by the fact that most of your videos underperform.
Yeah,
And I'm
they
just
will.
more focused on just being consistent and having that cadence and continuing to go. And by the way, monetization is not my goal and shouldn't be any of your goals. I make the most money on TikTok and it's grocery money at best. I'll never probably pay my bills from monetization. If you think you're going to, you are going to be probably sorely disappointed. I mean, the truth is, Prayful asked the question, how many do you have to have on YouTube to monetize? I think it's 1,000. But the truth is, Prayful, you got to be getting in the millions of views to make anything substantial. And even then, you'll probably be disappointed. And I'll tell you who told me this, Austin Armstrong. The dude's crushing YouTube, and he's told me he's been pretty disappointed by the checks. They're not as good as he thought that they would be.
Yeah, very true. I'm going to show you the back end of YouTube just so that you understand what you need to be looking at as far. If you want to take YouTube and be like, this is going to be the outlet that I'm going to use to grow my business, my influence, my connections, everything. This is what you're going to have to take a look at. This is the back end of YouTube. You go to the little profile button on the top right, and we go into this in detail in the coaching. But YouTube Studio, I would click on it, and then everything else would pop open. Shows you the subscribers there, shows you all the videos. I want to go to analytics on the left, and I'm going to go through this pretty fast, but that's okay. If I go and click more there, here's the secret. Right. I can take a look at the content. You'll see the content here. I could take a look at traffic source, which is important, extremely important. Geography, where people are coming from. If I want to focus in a certain area because I want to do more business there, cities, viewer age and gender. The rest for me aren't as important. These are the main ones. If I look at traffic source, I'm really doing a good job right now for YouTube search. That means we're doing great on titles that we're putting it in because people are finding our videos on YouTube and the browse feature. External, about 13%, which for us, we know what that is. It's the newsletter that we've got. And if we continue going to geography, again, if I'm Jeff and I wanted to take a look at this, I probably would want to see, well, where United States, definitely amazing, right? And then it's split up. Cities, Jeff, this is what I probably would take a look at.
Yeah.
Um, I would want to probably take, I don't even know what the hell happened there, but cities, I would want to take a look at geography, where in the United States I'd expand, right? To take a look and see where are people coming from. Viewer age as well. I want to make sure that I'm hitting the right population to see if they can afford what I'm buying. My audience is right. We tend to see two things on YouTube. One is that it's this about this age is right, 25 to 34. And as soon as I click the gender, it's going to be mostly male. You see that male, almost 70%. And if I take a look at really quick, just to go back and show you my Facebook. If I take a look at Facebook and I take a look at the insights here, you're going to see almost the reverse. If I go to tools and I take a look at audience here, you can see men 42%, 57% women, and take a look at the age group. All of a sudden, 25 to 34 is significantly lower, and 35 to 54 and even up to 64 is higher. So and to me, that's important because I know the content that I'm putting out needs to match if I'm in multiple platforms. And this is the part that Jeff always says, hey, I don't pay attention to. And I'm going to stop sharing really quick. And for some of you, it's going to hold you back. For others, you need to take a look at this if you're planning to grow in certain aspects of your business. And so I don't know that we look at this enough. But if you really want to take a look at what's working and what's not, not a lot of you are like Jeff, which means he knows intuitively based on what he's putting out, what's working and what's not. Some of you need to take a look at the insights on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, and say, well, wait a second, where was the drop off? And are people watching the same videos as they were before? This is how we can go back to YouTube and say, got it, people really love these videos over these. And people are now finding us on Google on the search term where they weren't before because we're paying attention to titles. This becomes a business, and a lot of you aren't treating it like it because you still don't see social media like door knocking. You still don't see social media like open houses. You don't see social media like actually picking up the phone and calling expireds. We're not saying it's more important. We're just saying it now has become a real prospecting arm because that's how we treat it. So let me go back to the end of the YouTube slide, and then we will continue over to the next one. Here we go. YouTube best practices. Focus on high quality video content with your phone, please. Because a lot of people watch YouTube on TVs, on computer desktops, and even when they're watching it on their phone, they want it to have good quality. So if you have a newer iPhone, a newer Android device, great, even better. Use those. Optimize video titles, descriptions, and tags for SEO. This is extremely important. In the PDF that we give out, we give some, actually, at the end of this whole slide deck, we have some really good apps that you can take a picture of. This is important, but we have Morning Fame is one of them, and TubeBuddy is another one that do a pretty decent job of finding video titles. This is where I would go, Jeff, to answer the public, and I would type in certain titles that I want and see if it's being searched. I bet you get more ideas there. And then engage with your audience through the comments. Make sure that no comment goes unanswered and unloved. All right, any questions on YouTube? Let's see what we got. And then we'll move over to, we've got 15 minutes. That's perfect for X and LinkedIn and some questions. I like it. All right, so what questions do we have? What about naming your YouTube channel? Andrew, depending on what you want to focus on. If you look at Jeff, what was your Ozarks channel name?
Lake of the Ozarks Lifestyle. It's the same across every platform.
Perfect. And for me, it's my name, and it's the same across every platform.
I do think that YouTube, I mean, first of all, let me reiterate, if you don't have a stronghold on content creation on the other platforms, I honestly don't recommend going to YouTube. I think a lot of you watch videos and they're usually ads from YouTube, either YouTube experts or companies that are selling you YouTube coaching, and they're going to tell you how great YouTube is. Yeah, sure. So is TikTok for people that have done really well. It's the 1%. And so, again, coming from somebody who's living in the trenches with you all, and I don't have any, massive, I don't have any tricks up my sleeve because they don't exist. I think you need to master the art of short form first. And like I was telling Prayful over in the Q&A, is build up that library of short form content on Instagram or TikTok. Then that way you have a library. Then when you go into YouTube, now you've got content that you don't have to create new stuff. And you're just starting to post. You got stuff for every day. And then you sprinkle in one long form every single week, because you're going to find, for most of you, probably all of you, if you're going to try to manage your own YouTube channel, good luck. Long form editing is time consuming, and you're going to need to hire a VA or an editor to do that. And so that's another reason why it's really it's a next level strategy, which is why, and I know many of you showed up today because it's like, I want to go YouTube. I want to go YouTube. And if I go and look at you on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, I'd be like, you're not ready. Like you're trying to put cart before horse. We're all looking for get rich quick. Folks, that does not exist in anything in our business and anything in life. If it did, we'd all run to it, right? So, a commitment to patience is probably the best advice I can give anybody in business in 2024 and every other year beyond.
I like that. Jeff is a good point, man. YouTube is not for everyone. It's probably the toughest one to grow, but when you grow it, it's the most rewarding as well. I'm going to answer Linda's question by sharing my screen because I think it'll help everyone here. Linda said, I had to take a call. Did you go over how to get people to follow you on YouTube? The wonderful thing about YouTube is that it's directly connected to everything Google owns. That means it's connected to Google. So I'm going to let's pick somebody here and take them through the next. Let's go for 10 minutes. I think it's so important, Jeff, that let's use this time for this specifically.
I would agree, because Twitter we don't need to spend a lot of time on. LinkedIn,
Yeah.
I think we want to give a little attention to, but
Yeah, let's do this. Someone in the comments, we're going to pick somebody. Name an area that you work in and you want to, let's say you'd want to grow your YouTube channel. Just type in an area. Let's see. Let's pick one, dude. And we'll do this live to show you exactly what to do. Jeff, you pick one.
what am I picking them for?
You're just picking one. Just pick one. I'll do the rest.
A random person?
Yeah, just pick one of the city names that's coming through.
Oh, all right. Hold on. I got to scroll down.
There's a lot.
This is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun. I already like it.
Hold on. I'm gonna let more come in here. All right. All right. All right. Milwaukee.
Okay, damn it. I don't even know how to spell Milwaukee, dude. You already saw my spelling skills. They're not very good.
Milwaukee.
All right,
Milwaukee.
Thank you. Thank you. You can
It's in
guide me.
Wisconsin, for those that don't know.
All right, let's go to Google. Our best friend, Milwaukee. Oh,
There you
there
go.
it was.
Yeah, look at that. Google knows.
Dude, I like Google. All right. I'm going to type in living in Milwaukee. That's the first thing I'm going to do. It's going to be a whole research.
And by the way, if we didn't choose your city, go copy this with your city.
Yeah, follow along. Pop up Google on the side right now. You can do it on your phone, on Safari. Type in living and then your city. I'll go slow for this one. This is a live session. You're going to learn a lot from this. Living in Milwaukee. And then, you know what? I'm going to type in Wisconsin because I don't even know if there's another Milwaukee, just to be safe. Now you're going to start seeing things pop up. Great, amazing. I have Merlin on here, so you're going to ignore Merlin. You don't have that. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go down to find this because this is my best friend when it comes to YouTube, if I want to do YouTube. And right here, I'm going to find now some topics that I'm going to shoot video on when it comes to my area for YouTube. Is Milwaukee good place? Is Milwaukee a good place to live? Do people misspell things like me all the time? Is Milwaukee a good place to live? Oh, interesting. What are the pros and cons of Milwaukee? Is it expensive in Milwaukee? What is the average household income in Milwaukee? What I would do is I would grab this one. This might be too general of a topic, but I would grab it and then I would go over. You can go to Bard because it's free, and a lot of you don't have ChatGPT. We pay for ChatGPT, so we have the expanded version. This is without this is without me telling ChatGPT anything except what I'm about to type. And usually we like to build up the type of response it's going to give by giving it the right prompts. But for time purposes, we're just going to say, I want to create a YouTube video. Let me move my little video camera there on the side. YouTube video with a strong hook and a SEO enhanced title to attract people searching on YouTube. Let's go Google to watch my video. The topic is please expand on this and make a script. And I can say, hey, I want to make it 5 minutes, but for now, I want to see what it gives me. And now I'm going to have an idea of what video I want to create. based on what it's telling me. And it's giving me an SEO enhanced title. Discover Milwaukee, unveiling the truths about Wisconsin's largest city. Let's grab that as it's working, because I'm going to do two things as it's working. I'm going to go back to this page, and I'm going to copy and paste that exact title that it gave me and see what my competition is right now. This is what pops up. Discover Milwaukee. It looks like there's another YouTuber that has 8,000 views on a very similar title. And that pops up at the top. I mean, look, I don't have to scroll very far to find that video. Not a lot of competition. There's another video there. Now, if I want to go and say, well, maybe that's too wide of a topic, there are some other options here, and people also ask. But if I did want to now take a look at what other videos, I would just say, okay, what other videos are here? Unboxing Wisconsin. I would say, who the hell is this guy that has 8,000 views on this Milwaukee video? How many subscribers does he have? He's living in Milwaukee. What's my competition look like? First, since I'm using him as an example, I don't know him, but I'm going to subscribe to his channel just to be nice. I want to take a look at all the videos he's done, and I want to go to the popular videos right here. He has one 3 years ago that had 33,000 views, and he's had quite a few that have some good views. Now I have some examples, my favorite neighborhoods in Milwaukee, relocating to Milwaukee. These are all topics I could redo because it worked for him. Let's take a look at this one that's 3 years old. And now I'm going to watch his video and see what worked and what didn't. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to take a look at, I'm going to expand this section and see, okay, well, I can already tell you that he could have done a much better job on the description so that he can be found on Google a lot more, right? And he's got chapters, which is nice. I like that. Each of these chapters, though, I can already tell you, can be expanded on so they can become their own Google search terms, because nobody searches just for demographics alone, downtown. Each one of these needs to be demographics in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, et cetera, the same thing, same thing, same thing. Now, as I'm going through this, I'm like, okay, I've got some good ideas. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT to see what they've done and take a look at what we've got. It's got an opening scene, an intro, cost of living, job markets, lifestyles. Now, as I'm comparing this and I'm taking a look at my competition, what can I learn? Right? And then I'm going to go over to the right and I'm going to have also suggestions, right? From living in Milwaukee, I have 5 things no one tells you when moving to Wisconsin. This is a bigger search term now, not just Milwaukee, 76,000 views. Now I'm going to go to this one and I'm going to explore. And if I want to go deeper, I'm going to grab this. This is the type of research we do. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go to Bard, because Bard's connected to YouTube, right? And I'm going to go and take a look at and say, let me see here. It might have already given me a prompt for this. Let's see if it's giving me the prompt. Oh, there it was. Yeah, video insights. Give me video insights about, and then I'm going to go here. And then I'm copied it, sorry. Give me video insights about the video I just posted. Organize the information in a set of easy scan bullet points, right? I'm going to just start with that and I can expand further. But now, because Bard is Google and Google is connected to YouTube, it's just going to go through YouTube, research that video for you, give you the bullet points, and now you have something that you can use as bullet points, as examples of what you can build on your video. Now you have something that you can look at and say, ah, I got it. And you go back to this, you take a look at their channel. Let's go back to Living in Madison. And you can go back and say videos, popular. Now you take a look at, well, how old are these videos? 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Can we learn anything from their thumbnails in comparison to the previous person? And I'll subscribe to this person. So now you start understanding what it looks like to do research, right? And you, Hector, if you're in Los Angeles, you dwindle down into the niche, right? Remember that phrase that we had where you niche down? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
All right, questions.
Did you notice my hat change?
Oh, no, I didn't notice it. Damn it. Lake of the Ozarks. I love that.
That's just everyone's reminder to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's the plug. Actually, I really don't. It doesn't really matter. For those of you on this call, and that's you know what, that's a great point. And I've seen actually some of you do this, and I'm not knocking you for doing it, but it's like, you know, you've put in the comments like, these are my social channels. Go follow me, because we're chasing vanity, and it doesn't matter. Again, like the money that I make at the Lake of the Ozarks is based on brand deals, being a media company for Lake of the Ozarks companies, and selling real estate. None of you in this thread probably are going to put $1 in my wallet. You might buy me a drink if you meet me sometime, but that's it. And so it's like, if you all go follow it and subscribe, great, thank you. But you know, that's vanity. It doesn't mean anything to me. I am focused on the right followers, which is why I don't ever intend on being Mr. Beast. I'm not going to be. I own about between 50 and 100 hats, Campbell. Too many, actually.
Damn, bro, that's a lot.
Yeah, I know. A lot of them they're given to me. It's a brand. It's a brand. You know, I mean, you guys know this. I just sitting next to me. Boom, 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 boom. And then there's a wall of them, and then there's a bunch over there. Yeah.
I like that.
Sorry.
That's good, man.
A hat organizer. Yeah.
I need to go switch hats.
I built my own, Bill. I built my own hat organizer, but there's not enough wall space.
All right, let's go to any questions on YouTube? Going once, twice, 3 times?
You know what I think, actually, and I mentioned this to somebody. I think it was Prayful asked for a more in-depth look at YouTube, and I said, you know, I think what we'll do is we'll dedicate some of our upcoming calls, some of them to YouTube. So for those of you that joined Drunk on Social, Social Genius, that's what we do. I know there's been questions about what do you get in the coaching. Our platform is designed to be affordable at $99 a month. But you also get what you pay for. You're not getting editing services. You're not getting this, you know, advanced. What you're getting is a community. You're getting a family that is talking about this stuff every single month. And then on each call, we go deep on topics and we talk about specific things. We are actually dedicating one call every single month to be a content strategy call. So every single month, we're going to be working together to come up with ideas for the next month. And all of you can walk away from those calls and take those ideas and run with them. And a very, very useful stuff for those of you that, you know, that's what you need.
Thanks for listening to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social. We are here to help you take your business to new levels through social media. Make sure to subscribe to get updates on new episodes and come join us on our Drunk on Social Facebook page. And as always, make sure you leave us a great review on your favorite podcast app. Feedback and likes are very much appreciated. Thanks for listening to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social. We are here to help you take your business to new levels through social media. Make sure to subscribe to get updates on new episodes and come join us on our Drunk on Social Facebook page. And as always, make sure you leave us a great review on your favorite podcast app. Feedback and likes are very much appreciated.